The United States is a melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, and histories, with African Americans playing a significant role in shaping the nation's identity. As of 2025, certain states stand out for having the highest proportion of Black residents, reflecting historical migration patterns, cultural hubs, and economic opportunities. In this video, let's explore the top 10 Blackest states, delving into their demographics, history, and what makes them unique. 1. Mississippi. Mississippi continues to hold the title as the state with the largest proportion of African American residents, with over 38% of its population identifying as Black. The state's rich cultural heritage is deeply rooted in African American history, from the struggles of the civil rights movement to its contributions to music, especially blues. In 2025, Mississippi remains a state where African American culture thrives despite lingering socioeconomic challenges. Cities like Jackson serve as cultural and political hubs, with a growing focus on revitalizing historically Black neighborhoods and fostering entrepreneurship. However, disparities in education and income remain key issues the community is working to address. 2. Louisiana. Louisiana boasts a vibrant African American population, making up approximately 33% of the state's total residents. Known for its deep cultural roots in Creole and African traditions, Louisiana is a powerhouse of Black heritage, especially in cities like New Orleans and Baton Rouge. New Orleans, with its rich jazz history and unique cuisine, remains a beacon of African American culture in 2025. Events like the annual Essence Festival highlight Black excellence in music, business, and art. Despite the cultural vibrancy, Louisiana faces challenges in healthcare access and economic equity, particularly in its rural areas. 3. Georgia. Georgia, often referred to as the heart of the Black South, is home to a thriving African American population, constituting about 33% of its residents. Atlanta, the state's capital, is a cultural and economic hub for Black Americans, housing numerous Black-owned businesses and institutions. In 2025, Atlanta continues to be a magnet for young Black professionals seeking opportunities in industries like tech, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. The city's HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities, such as Morehouse and Spelman, remain pillars of education and empowerment. Georgia also plays a significant role in politics, with African American voters wielding considerable influence. 4. Maryland. Maryland's African American population makes up roughly 31% of its total residents, with much of the community concentrated in the Baltimore-Washington metropolitan area. The state has a long history of Black activism and is home to many leaders and institutions that shaped the civil rights movement. In 2025, Maryland remains a state where African Americans thrive in various sectors, from government to education. Baltimore, despite its challenges, continues to nurture Black artists and entrepreneurs. The state's relatively high median income for African Americans is a testament to the community's resilience and success in overcoming systemic barriers. 5. Alabama. Alabama's African American population comprises about 27% of the state, reflecting its central role in Black history. Known as the cradle of the civil rights movement, Alabama is home to landmarks like Selma, Montgomery, and Birmingham, which were pivotal in the fight for racial equality. In 2025, Alabama continues to honor its civil rights legacy while focusing on building a brighter future. Cities like Montgomery have seen a resurgence in cultural and economic activity, driven by initiatives to support Black-owned businesses and preserve African American heritage sites. However, disparities in healthcare and education remain ongoing challenges. 6. South Carolina. South Carolina is home to an African American population that makes up around 27% of its residents. The state has a rich Gullah Geechee heritage, a unique culture that blends African traditions with those of the American South. Charleston, with its historic significance and vibrant art scene, continues to attract attention in 2025. The Gullah Geechee culture is celebrated through festivals and preservation efforts. South Carolina also remains a key player in African American politics, with the community playing a vital role in shaping the state's political landscape. 7. Delaware. Delaware's African American population, at around 25%, might seem modest compared to southern states, but its influence is profound. Wilmington, the state's largest city, has a vibrant Black community that has contributed significantly to its cultural and economic growth. In 2025, Delaware remains a state where African Americans have a strong presence in business, politics, and education. The state's relatively small size allows for a close-knit community that continues to advocate for social and economic equity. Efforts to address affordable housing and education disparities are ongoing priorities. 8. North Carolina. North Carolina, with an African American population of about 23%, is another key state in the Black cultural and political landscape. Cities like Charlotte, Raleigh, and Durham are home to thriving Black communities and a burgeoning tech industry. In 2025, North Carolina's HBCUs, such as North Carolina A&T and Winston-Salem State University, remain critical in shaping the next generation of Black leaders. The state's mix of urban opportunities and rural traditions makes it a unique place for African Americans to live and thrive. However, like many states, it continues to grapple with income inequality and access to quality education. 9. Virginia. Virginia's African American population makes up around 20% of the state, reflecting its historical significance as the birthplace of African American culture in the United States. From Jamestown to Richmond, Virginia's history is deeply intertwined with the African American experience. In 2025, cities like Richmond and Norfolk are hubs for Black culture and entrepreneurship. Virginia is also home to several HBCUs, including Hampton University and Virginia State University, which continue to be pillars of the community. Efforts to address systemic inequalities in housing and employment are ongoing, but show promise as local leaders push for reform. 10. Tennessee. Rounding out the list is Tennessee, with an African American population of about 17%. The state's cities, particularly Memphis, are cultural epicenters for Black music, especially blues and soul. In 2025, Memphis remains a hub for African American culture, with landmarks like Beale Street and the National Civil Rights Museum drawing visitors from around the world. The state's economic opportunities, particularly in logistics and healthcare, have attracted many young Black professionals. However, disparities in rural areas pose challenges that require continued advocacy and investment. Conclusion: the United States is a diverse nation, and these 10 states exemplify the profound impact of African American culture and history. In 2025, these states are not only home to vibrant Black communities, but also places where challenges and triumphs continue to shape the African American experience. While some states face persistent socioeconomic issues, they also hold immense potential for growth and progress. The collective efforts of African Americans in these regions ensure that their cultural heritage and contributions remain at the forefront of the nation's identity. Whether through music, art, entrepreneurship, or activism, the Black communities in these states play a crucial role in driving change and fostering a more inclusive future.